Can you elaborate on Egypt's specific role in facilitating the release of Palestinian detainees, particularly the 70 transferred to Egypt?
Good afternoon to you and your viewers. Certainly, what we are seeing today in the second phase of the truce deal is depend of Egypt's role effectively that through the negotiation and the political negotiations for several months in Doha and in Egypt, in Paris 1, Paris 2 and in Rome. And through the initiatives that led to the signing of the deal in Doha, along with the U.S. guarantees, as Egypt's proposals were the same proposals presented by Egypt in June last year. Therefore, the original of the proposals are pure Egyptian initiatives, and it's been agreed to have an effective role by establishing an operating room in Cairo to follow up the execution of all the details of the truce. And what we are seeing today is a part of the Egypt success that will continue upcoming days. And this morning, Rafah crossing will be entered to facilitate the delivery of 600 trucks, including the fuels. And particularly, Egypt have received 70 of the Palestinian prisoners to rest to stay in Egypt for a few days and to be deported to three countries, which are Turkey and Tunisia and Algeria. And there is an Egyptian desire to have to support all the human and relief aid into Gaza Strip. In addition of continuing the efforts to execute and follow up all the details of releasing the detainees and prisoners of both sides throughout the 40 days, and the upcoming Saturday will be the start of the third phase in order to
Now, with Egypt always standing at the forefront of mediation efforts, how does Egypt's mediation align with its broader regional diplomatic efforts in the Middle East?
Since Egypt is a key state that has several opportunities and presence politically and diplomatically, in addition that has a great expertise throughout the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and engaged in 4 wars and pursued strongly to stop the bloodshed in the Palestinian territories. For instance, the last 11 years, Egypt pursued to stop 5 rounds of clashes between Hamas and the Israeli side. In Egypt have succeeded to make the deal of the swap of between the two sides, such as firstly started with the exchange of the Israeli soldiers Gilad Shalit, and made a great effort to close the perspectives of Palestine and Israel. And we witness this movement, the fruit of these efforts today, with the cooperation with the Qatari side as well as the US. Egypt is a main pillar to solve all the faults of the confrontations the Israelis and the Palestinians. There is a great confidence of the importance and pivotal role of Egypt as that has a great keys to impose the ceasefire and to provide all the medical and relief aids to our brothers in the Palestinian Strip. Particularly, Egypt is requesting to search of the following day in the Gaza Strip and to call upon to host an international conference to tackle the upcoming authority in the Strip, even if they are disarmed. round, and that would take consultations on Egypt and America in the light of a new U.S. administration representative of President Trump.
Alongside this, we've also witnessed Egypt's crucial role in delivering humanitarian aid. If you could expand on Egypt's role in ensuring the delivery of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip.
This role isn't only the birth of the past days, but it started and continues since the 18th of October 2023. Egypt pursued to have to deliver all the sizes and of all the aids, and by the directive of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, along with the relevant authority, to provide the food aids and great and massive trucks that even imposed or conditioned to the release of the foreigner firstly and to enter the aids if there is a dire desire to save the Palestinian people. In addition, Egypt played a great role to pressure Israel along with the United States and the United Nations in pressuring to practice in the ultimate pressure to deliver the aids. And since that day, the aids is going to deliver by Egypt, the NGOs of Egypt, and this matter will lead to the double the aids in the upcoming hours with the opening in the crossing corridor to enter more than that number on a daily basis, to taking the privilege of the momentum supported by the international community to continue delivering the aids along with the Western countries in order to provide the ultimate goal of saving the Palestinian people following the 15 months of genocide war in the Gaza Strip.
Now, sir, there is still one sticking name among the female hostages that Hamas still holds, Erbil Yahud. Why has Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu made the release of Erbil Yahud a precondition for the return of residents to northern Gaza?
In fact, there was a name of a civilian named Erbil Yehud, supposedly to be released and to present her name along with the four female prisoners or detainees. This detainee isn't with Hamas but with Al Jihad, and due to the administrative procedure that was hindered to the north of Gaza, that's been postponed along with the third pitch of release. Netanyahu wanted to take in this pretext to hinder and to renege the execution of the swab. The mediators intervened along with practicing more pressure upon Hamas and in Israel, and this Erbil Yehuda will be released in the upcoming Saturday along with the third batch of the Israeli detainees based on the deal. Up till this moment, Netanyahu wanted to hear a voice record to make sure that she is alive. Hamas reported the mediators and the brokers and the Israeli side that she is still alive, in good health, and should be released on Saturday. So therefore, Israel should revenge these hinders and obstacles, otherwise the deal will be halted. Before the pressure from Egypt and Israel reneged to allow the southern people to go into the north through the international supervision and an American corporation to follow the vehicles carried by the Palestinians into the north. And this issue of the detainees will be solved, and the matters are going fine and satisfactory by both sides, the Israeli and the Palestinian.
Now, sir, looking ahead, how do you foresee the detainee exchange process in prolonging the current ceasefire agreement and the long-term peace negotiations?
that signed in Doha. And the deal, each one of 42 days, and all are monitoring to execute the three phases. It is premature to talk about a permanent peace in the region. That would rely on the commitment of Israel to execute the deal of three phases. And also Trump that affirmed lately that he will pursue to achieve the peace in the Middle East and to end the war in the Gaza Strip, as well as the Ukrainian and Russian war, to have a legacy of peace throughout the world. Is he going to succeed, or is he going to pressure Saudi for the normalization based on just economic collaboration? And it is premature to tackle, and it's too early to talk about a permanent peace without the Israeli withdrawal from Lebanon and the swap deals, and then along with the collaboration with America, with the Arabs, to pave the way for a peaceful settlement. But I think it is premature to talk about it right now.